It's to you. Kev Gills, I got you on me. Yeah, man. Welcome to the U, have a seat. The only professor applying pressure when he teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalifa. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you're checking in. I got the merch, cop a coffee, a cush shirt. Support the brand if you support the man. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me. Back them down and fade away on them like I'm COVID. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gon' bring it to your real truther? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed up for making outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you'll go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's to you. Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you. Press 1 if you support, if you don't press 2.
All right, let's get to it.
Teach nothing over here but the living true. It's to you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a great time it is to be alive. I'm doing quick videos here and live streams, of course, but I'm not really, really focused on the negativity that's in the world. And, a lot of people just locked in their psychology and they're just lost. But to those of you who love Kev Rowe, the university, and what we do here, shout out to you guys this morning. What a time it is to be alive. I'm doing simple things at this point because I've noticed I don't have to work as hard as I do. We hold great conversations as we've been doing, either on here or over on the new channel. I do want to continue this great conversation of the atom bomb, the napalming of black communities, the black genocide, the weaponry being used, the sci-fi thrillers that everybody love, what it actually stands for, and what a great time it is to be alive. I'm going to go through some Instagram, some TikToks, a lot of things people send me, and I do my research, and I said, man, we should bring this stuff up on the show. So that's what I'm just starting to do. Just bring it up on the show. And why not have these discussions? I'd rather say what's up to my supporters. Without y'all, this wouldn't even be possible. Y'all got a lot of people upset with Kev Rowe. It's a lot of people who found out the hard way. I will not lose. Shout out to my man this morning, Ollie Ware. There were others who contributed before class, but shout out to my man, Ollie. Taj, Deborah Nichols, Jamil, Cedric, Jefferson, Press One, and I was about to say my baby mama, but that was me. But that was me. Whoa, shit! Oh, fuck! Wrong day. Shout out to them anyway. Out there in the world, still doing what they got to do. Who is this? Who is this coming in? TC. Shout out to my man TC in the building early this morning. TC all the way from who knows where. It's a lot of great studies, a lot of great topics. I'm going to continue the destruction of and the agreements made of the black family all the way around the world and break down history in ways that a great adventurer would love. We go on great journeys and adventures, and we go inside of our own minds and imagine what it was like in certain times. So, gotta respect the people, especially my man Cook, Chris. Thank Chris for coming up to the show and giving the people some science that we never heard really from brothers. We don't hear science from brothers. But today, we're going to start some videos off early because I don't want to waste no time. It's people that actually hate that we come here just to learn, just to have these conversations. Once I realized that, it's like, oh, okay. They just hate this stuff. This is truth. Good versus evil. Hate versus love and compassion. evil people versus good people. It's always been like that. But now that we've gotten closer to the truth and people can't lead the professor anywhere, they're getting very desperate for me to just acknowledge them. Hey, just wave. They jealous of a lot of you ladies actually love the information. A lot of fellas aren't discouraged by my sternness in my classroom. They hate themselves for leaving the road so soon. Press one. That's what they really hate, Jay. If everybody didn't get in their feelings, they know Kev is the host. They know I'm the professor. I got to do this. They know I don't really got them in the bungalows. I just be, not playing, but, doing what should have been done to me. So goofy ass down and learn something. Quit thinking everything is funny all the time. And even though I think it's funny, still got to be disciplined, It ain't like I don't understand the bungalows. I got a lot of love for the bungalows. I was there. That's why I named it the bungalows. I was there. So let's take a look at this web page that I found, right? And then this was on YouTube. It's Periscope film. Press one. And Periscope, I found out was a channel built on things, old news, old things of the past. And one thing they had up, let me find it, is the nuclear war. Nuclear bombs going off, and I want to show these things. Oh, I'm so sorry. What they were doing with the bombs and how they actually work. We've been talking about hydrogen and these things and atomic warfare. But if we go back and start listening with this small bit of knowledge, you go back and you be able to listen to what they were using, and it's the same things. So on one hand, they're selling through propaganda. We had these great scientific rockets going off that blast us to the moon using hydrogen and nitrogen and all this. On the other hand, black folk is experiencing napalm and fire. They say bombs being dropped from the sky. And analyzing all this is very important to me because this goes hand in hand with what the black genocide. I promise you, I just think and I feel in my heart that it's happened sooner than later. Let's check out this video.
What then would happen to this highly centralized and complex system of food?
Does it have sound?
What then would happen to this highly centralized and complex system of food processing and distribution should a city be devastated by an enemy bomb? The centralization of...
Y'all see that?
What then would happen to this highly centralized and complex system of food processing and distribution should a city be devastated by an enemy bomb? The
That's Washington. You see that? You see how they cut that video real fast? Do you know what that is? I saw another one where it said the hydrogen bomb goes off, not on the ground, but off the ground, about 800 to 1,500 feet off the ground. And it sucks everything into it. Literally. Sucks everything into it, causing all of this devastation. And I said, oh, I got to get my class this. especially this page, so we can go back and analyze these things. And I'm talking to those who want to help with the explanation of the genocide, of how this all worked. Y'all need to be looking at these web pages that break down history to prove none of this shit was even.
During
What's
the
this?
Apollo mission, this vehicle, the lunar module, will take 2 men and their scientific instruments
what's this?
to the surface of the moon. While there, it will serve as command post and communications center. During the Apollo mission, this vehicle, the lunar module, will take 2 men and their scientific instruments.
See? This is going to prove the theater of war and how atomic, what is this? You know, I was looking at what Shiva sent me about all the bells going off in America and why all those bells were being found, right? Somebody sent me on Instagram. That bells were used to shell shock troops. Shell shock. Literally, shell shock. And at first, I was like, what the hell? Look at this one. Constructing reality, filmmaking and editing film, the racing, all that World Fair shit was videotaped. Time and space. 1950, this is the lunar. Look at this. This should be good. Now I'm going back in time looking at their film. This is all Disney. Look at the production. Watch this. This Disney. Look.
Our new frontier is in space. Someday, man will travel the moon. In the year 1610, Galileo viewed the moon through man's first telescope. Since then, we have learned many things about the moon.
See? You got Galileo, big jump to the moon. Galileo, time jump. Since then, nobody ever looked at the moon. It always goes into some time immemorial nonsense. You notice that? Pop Dude, shout out to you in my contribution center. Did you notice that? It always goes back to Galileo, and then they go to the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. That's strange that they talking about putting up artificial moons in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. And when you talk to them, they say, well, since Galileo. But we're going to get back to it. Let's get back to the cartoon footage.
For example, we believe that there is no lunar life, that the moon has no atmosphere and no water. Surface temperatures on the side toward the sun are near boiling. On the dark side, they are far below zero, colder than any place on Earth. We know many other details about the moon, but we need to know much more. This is the story of one phase of the search for knowledge, the flight of moon rocket Pioneer 4.
You're stuck in time and space in the calculations that's there. Time, that's where you stuck. In time and space. That's a production. They got your ass in the TV. You in time, you've been studying time and space. This is time and space. The quantum theory and all of these things is the science of cartoons and Looney Tune behavior off of dope and mushroom behavior. All right? I just want to let my class know that in the theory of Gillespie, the world you've been living in, time and space, and E equals MC squared, is nothing more than a production by the government back in the day. Hit that like button and subscribe and quit hating on me. Stop hating on Kel. This is what you believe. You believe the Jet Propulsion Institute of Technology. They make cartoons. This right here, these craters, dealing with black people towns in America. Press 1. See, the moon is a reflection. Press 1. So if it's a reflection, it's still a reflection of the past, fool. Press 1. So this with all the towns with the craters in them. Look. Y'all can't fool me. This is the holographic projection of the destroyed past. Press 1. Y'all ain't never heard this, huh, Chris Cook? Talk to me. Chris, even Chris, my favorite scientist. Press 1 said, damn. 1, he said, damn. Did y'all know what Kev just said? Look, it's a holographic projection of the past. Chris, I can end the show now. I can give you something to study. My man Chris said, damn. So off top, all these craters right here is the same craters that the Nazis dropped on a certain demographic. This is the site of a specific periscope looking down on America when they was destroying every damn. You see all them bombs? Okay, now go back to the World War II footage and go back to what was destroyed. You ain't gonna see nothing but what? Craters. So they took a periscopic view of a specific part of the land and then put that and made that the holographic. Let my sweater go. Holographic projection. You ain't never heard this, Rico. Don't you dare. You feel me? Now we see the moon, which is a holographic projection of what? Don't ask me no question. Of what? The past. What happened in the past? Well, depends on who you are. Shit. Now, and don't that make sense? Don't that make, why y'all got us thinking all this stuff? This feel better, actually. It's like a big weight off my shoulder. Press 1, holding up all these theories and conspiracies, and now I got a conspiracy for your ass, since you want to say, didn't they say the moon is a reflection of the earth, and they can prove it? Well, I'm glad that the little third and fourth generations of those who hate God has come out. These little white boys and white girls and Asian kids is coming out with theories you all don't even understand, huh, pop dudes? Nigga. Live from the depths of South Central Los Angeles. New theories spring up. Press 1, remember me. Okay, so since it's a reflection, let's see what it looked like now. It looked like a periscopic view projection of the past. Put up there on a big slideshow, like I told y'all, that big red thing I used to have when I was a kid, playing in the room by myself. Y'all didn't watch the eclipse. Y'all watched the transitioning in film. You bunch of weirdos. Wake up. You want a conspiracy? I got a conspiracy for your ass. Now you in trouble. Ain't nobody heard that. And we only, what, a minute and 14 seconds into this video. Look. It's a holographic projection, bro. In my theory. In my theory of conspiracies. No. I'm theoretically trying to prove that it's a reflection of the old world. Damn, that's new. Damn. Now, Rico and Brittany can't even say this is a part of Titanic. Press 1, this is before y'all time. Bye-bye. But now, this is before. This is before. So stop it. Hit that like button and subscribe. Oh, yeah, and the phone lines are open. Don't be afraid. This is just a conversation. This is food for us, by us. I'm not going to move too fast. You know why? Just a teaspoonful of sugar help the medicine go down. First one. medicine go down. I'm just reverse engineering the propaganda. That's it. You gonna thank me later and say, Lord, how did this nigga rewind to me? Use the wind up, dog. I just rewinded you so you would get the greatest spectrum of all. Now you can see, okay, that's the conspiracy. Yes. Like, damn, how they don't care. They like, damn, how he know all that? Because y'all fucking with me my whole life. Y'all can't stop. So now I can't stop. I'm like bad boy. Now I'm going to tell everybody what I think. No, I mean what I really think this semester. So nobody say, oh, we made Kev. Press what? Oh, we the one who was back there doing the work, right, Chip, hey, Chip. Yeah, no more of this shit. The nuclear family, yes. That right there in the sky is the atom bomb. The destruction of the nuclear family. Praise God. This right here, this was it right here. Boom. When you see that in the sky, just know that's nigga boom. I was just saying that moon looked like one of them kickballs and dodgeballs we used to use when we was kids, them big old red balls. And why? Now, because look at it. They up to no good. But let's listen to the psychotherapy we been in. I'm renaming this page Cabro University Class of Universe 25. How you like that? How you like them apples? I'm upgrading the whole you. You ain't even got to study. Now, since you want to talk shit, now they ain't got to study. All they got to do is watch and call in if they want to. Now what? Now look what you done did. You done made me a star boy. Motherfucking studying is at your own risk, stupid. Y'all got the wrong perception of Kev. In an urban community, that would read like, you got me fucked all the way up. Press one. And let's get back to this science classroom. Woo!
We are in the communication center of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory located in Pasadena, California.
Now they bullshitting, right? You know they bullshitting because technology back then was bullshit. That's why I got an Xbox with Mo. They was all actors. Press one. Look at my neighbors. They arguing outside. You was a bitch. They arguing with each other. Press one. I told you I live in a project. Press one. I'm in the hood. I'm in Compton and Watts. Press one. They're arguing first thing in the morning. Who gives a fuck, nigga? You the bitch. Let's get on in the backyard right now. I hear the bunks moving in the background. I'm holding class, and you hear bunks moving in the background. Lord have mercy. I want to get up so bad and leave y'all here, but I gotta focus. I'm who the fuck? I want to open up the door so I got discipline. Nigga, I want to get my ass up and leave this shit running and don't see who about to get beat up, but that ain't my business. I learned that in LA County Jail. That's not my business. Turn around, focus. Press one. Niggas who knows he get popped too, just out of nowhere. As soon as you walk out there, pow, bullet, ping. Oh, got me in my leg. What did I do? Press one. But anyway, you got to remember the university is in the hood. I got to teach y'all, we got EBT programs. I told y'all we got to let the Democrats in the door. This is what this shit come with. Teaching democratic societies come with, nigga, what you say? In the back, wow. Females hollering with kids in their hand. Just what it is. Get used to it. Universe 25, damn it.
Teletype and radio links are maintained with the principal space probe tracking.
Look at her.
And of course with the Atlantic Missile Range
Look.
in Florida.
What's she writing? So if they sending missile ranges in Florida, they sending missile ranges on Sputnik. Press one. Ain't that a good theory? Hey, Todd, Marley, B from Ohio, everybody in the back. Ain't that a good theory? Now, when you see them with all this shit going on, they bouncing stuff off the Sputnik, sending it back to Russia. Do you understand? Ooh, God has made this easy for me. I already taught you. Now it's time. We going in. Now we going. Okay. So that would mean everything you're learning, they're learning in the same type of manner, because the Sputnik is picking it up as well. Correct? We don't identify when all this shit started, nigga. We are in the best class ever in the world, Hyundai. Kev, this black man from South Central who didn't graduate Hyde Park Elementary, who didn't graduate motherfucking Horseman Junior High School, who skipped over Crenshaw and Dorsey and went to Taft High School. Didn't do nothing there. Went to the High Desert to Palmdale High School. I just went to the last day for nothing. I just left like it was just another day at work. Press one, but here today, I want you to know tonight that nigga right there has discovered the link between Russian U.S. covert operations here in America by way of the federal government and others who are guilty of treason. Press one. This is like Nuremberg. Press one. I see why you will follow a nigga like me. Press one. Talking about she's like Thanos. Nigga, I'm like Thanos. I'm fucking who? What? Who? What's her name? No, me. Big Guwap. I'm like Thanos, nigga. I destroy. You talking about 500,000. Come on. Get your numbers up before we bring back, this immigration and get this ICE buses rolling around. We trying to do numbers right now. We trying to do 200-300 million in one whop. Get them all right there. Get them. You know, when you enter the projects and a bunch of roaches in the house behind the refrigerator after you move out, and it take the real professionals to move in with them suits and they start spraying, but they don't get too far. Man, they start running and ducking and hiding and weaving and shit. Man, what? Please, no, right now. These is babies. Like Pokemon, round them up. I have a dream. You feel me? I like my shit better. America ain't being shit to me, bro. Anytime America make you not even want no damn food stamp, you know there's some shady shit going on. I'm a nigga. I want some food stamp. Press one, but anytime it make you get up and get your ass up, oh, fuck that. Hell no, this is a weapon against me. Mom, damn these stamps. But I'll be a YouTuber and fuck that. Hit that like button. Now, these niggas is passing up. They try to say I ain't graduate, we ain't shit, we belong in retarded classes. No, fuck that. We finna prove this world wrong. Y'all was talking, that's why we dumb. Y'all was talking to each other and bombed our communities. And y'all all playing the Loki role and got these fake-ass lifestyles. Deb, I'm bringing my white friends with me. Press one. No, fuck that. I know you little Pan-African Moorish motherfuckers who made a deal with the white man. I'm bringing my white friends with me. I don't know who you talking to. Press one. My white and Asian and Muslim friends is coming with me. They in the background right now, y'all. You know what they saying? They saying, you friends with Saba. Saba is a Muslim. The president, I say, Saba acknowledges what I do. Press one. That's right. My friend is a Muslim. And that's I got Asian friends, Mediterranean looking at niggas in the background watching. I got all type of friends. I had to tell them. Sometimes you gotta tell them, I'm not just for you. I'm for everybody. What you talking about? Bro, I'm just not for you, Rico. I'm for everybody. Jamaican, Islanders, we, Legion, all of them too. Yeah, 'cause that's why they getting their ass in order. They don't challenge me. They surrender when I come around automatically. I'm not like you. I'm not trying to do nothing, fool. I do this in real life. I do it on a daily. See, y'all just mad because you don't got it, because you ain't focused on yourself. You need to focus on yourself and change your life. I'm not about to do it for you, you ungrateful coward over there. He's an ungrateful coward. And that woman is a wretched woman, a bald head, scallywag, ain't got no hair in the bag, jail good, beat up. Yo shit be fucked up. Need to get bout. Press one. Ah. One day until. What you thought? That's a bald head scallywag. No. Cal don't do the ponytail shit. No, y'all ain't gonna be bagging on me. Press one because of that ponytail. Press one. Big clout. Hit the like button in this ride. Hit the like button. Change is necessary, says Royal Purple. That's right. Change is necessary. They need to change their thought processes. Stop putting all them chemicals made by the Nazis in their hair, and they trying to look beautiful, but at the same time destroying their skin and ripping their hair out so their ponytails look like old girls in the back. Press one. Hit that like, but say something. I'm on the air. Y'all wanted some smoke? What's happening? You can't say nothing. Go look in the mirror when your ponytail. Press one. You dummy, go look in the mirror. You ain't shit. Facts. I'm over here teaching righteous communist manifesto shit, bringing new light to America. You better let me go. Press one. Niggas be trying to grab on, and you ain't got to do all that for me to fuck with you. Press one. You ain't got to do all that for you to be brought up to speed. I just got to make sure you ready. See, y'all ain't ready over there. Y'all like to play around and hee and ha like the rest of them niggas I watched grow up. Hee and ha until life has passed your ass up. Press one. Ain't nobody playing but you. I'm not playing. I'm winning, like Charlie Sheen say. Press, you know what they saying now? I sold out to Meta. Why? Because I don't fuck with you? I sold out because I don't fuck with you? Wretchedness of YouTube Hollywood. I'm not any good, and I'm Satan, and I murdered Nipsey now. That sucks. Look what they do to me. Dang. You can't do nothing for these people. Damn, they just accusers while professing Christ. Jesus, you are an accuser. Deserved the gas chamber, if you ask me. Accusers? Yeah, they deserve. And you know, because they're treasoners. They're like treason. They're like ideological subverters, like Russians. Press one in American, German civil bond and trying to hide our liberty bond and keep our attention off of that motherfucking press one of them loans we gave out to all three of them. We deserve more than a goddamn reparation. We deserve our inheritance, damn it. Press one. Operating signals off of Sputnik and wonder how our communities was being destroyed. America acting like they don't know what happened because it's flying over them. And that's why y'all allowed Russian subverters to do horrible things to our people and then put a slave story and said, sorry, that was a long time ago. That was back with Archimedes and them. Back when we didn't know nothing. But now we do. That's why you go to school with us, because we evolved. Y'all are going to hell for this shit y'all did. This is fucked up. When you think about it, I'm laughing, but hell isn't a place where you get to hear laughs like that. So, y'all was bouncing off signals. You see how it makes sense now? We can laugh now. Okay? No pressure. The science lie of going to the moon was all ideological, covert subversion tactics to destroy black communities. Todd even like, damn. Even my man Todd. They hate you too, Todd. They hate you got a black woman, Todd. I hate to tell you. Plus, one, they hate your black woman. That's a damn shame when black people hate your black woman. Todd, they hate on you, nigga. Ooh, they hate you and your black woman. Oh, they hate your ass. They hate you, Saba, me, Shiva, Amanda. They hate for Lord. They hate motherfucker everybody in this goddamn chat room. Only y'all is hated on for different reasons. Woo! If y'all only knew what I gotta do to just stay sane in this community, what's wrong with y'all? And these people are the worst trolls and stalkers, and they're all on our Instagram. Don't even try. Mad and shit. Mad because we don't found them and shit. Don't be mad at us. We just doing regular stuff. Y'all doing creepy stuff. Press one. Y'all acting like these people, like little communist subverters. Y'all think I'm gonna take a throne that has been subverted by your little dumb ass? Press one. The throne that I'm after is a special thank you by God and the kings that have fallen before us. Nigga, not none of this shit that you all talking about on this earth is imaginary. And the Queen of England died. Nigga, the spell is broken. Nigga, Harry Potter house just caught fire in Ukraine, nigga. Everything burning up. The magic spells is broken. And Kev Gills is on the rise, like Lil Wayne say. I'm the only thing eating good around. I'm the only one gaining weight. I'm the only one not stressed out. I'm the only one that ain't went to a YouTube party. I'm the only one that ain't want to meet P. Diddy. I don't want to hang out, bro. I just want to prove that the USSR, the USA, and the German civilization folk had ideologically subverted us, and I wanted to prove to my people, the ones who hate me, I want to prove to you that I was right, nigga. So by way of Sputnik was communications established. Fool, prove my point. So Sputnik over here, I know the only Sputnik you niggas know is Spud McKenzie. Well, keep that in mind because they were shooting dogs to do the shit. Yeah. We got y'all. So all y'all black power spirituality come from this ideologically subverted mentality. That's why y'all against God, because y'all subverters to the king. That's why you subverters to George Washington in his corporate capacity, the first president of the republic, or his kingdom, the King George. Whatever you establish him as, whatever you think of him, you are a traitor to the right, the sovereign right of the people of this land. So for that, you got to be exposed on a different level. This ain't no damn conspiracy show. This is reality. You got to be exposed correctly because everything is at stake. There's a lot of people that don't like what I do in the background, hide and pretend, oh, we love you. You don't love me. If you love me, you'll do the work and you'll be in front of the class. No, you trying to distract me. You trying to use sexual persuasion to lead me off the cliff and off my mark. No, baby, you don't look that good. No, brother, your friendship ain't that real. You feel me? It's not that serious for me to be your friend or to find a lover like that. I'm from South Central. You feel me? Latinas, all the races in California. All of them. So believe me, like you and them thrown off clothes and them Canadian clothes and all this shit, that shit don't matter to me. You feel me? If I was out here like that, it wouldn't be nothing like you. You got me. So y'all quit being jealous out there of nothing because y'all just living in false reality, and that's sad. So back to the ideologically subverted nation.
Nearby is the big computer, which is used to determine flight trajectories. And
look, the big computer that did what? That did what? Flight trajectory.
3,000 miles away across the continent at Cape Canaveral.
Huh? What was it doing? Flight trajectories. Let's go.
We are in the communication center of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory located in Pasadena, California. Teletype and radio links are maintained with principal space probe tracking sites, and of course with the Atlantic Missile Range in Florida. Nearby is the big computer, which is used to determine flight trajectories and to evaluate the success of space probes. 3,000 miles away across the continent at Cape Canaveral, an Army Juno 2 rocket is poised for the launching of Pioneer 4. During the last 2 days, 2 attempts have been made to launch this moon rocket. Until now, there have been both weather and technical difficulties. We are now in the 3rd countdown. If there are no holes, the command will soon be given to clear the launching area. Liftoff will be in 35 minutes. Located only 100 yards from the launching pad is the blockhouse. Here, scientists
This looks like they prepping for a nuclear warhead,
are
bro.
performing the last-minute checks and operations.
Look at
which
that
we hope
guy.
This time will result in placing the free world's
Look at him.
first successful lunar vehicle in its planned trajectory. More than a week ago, the big first stage rocket, the Army's Jupiter Intermediate Range Ballistic Missile, was brought to the launching pad. The huge missile was erected and placed on its launcher,
Oh, my
and the
God.
gantry with its adjustable working platforms was moved into place. Engineers and technicians began checking out the rocket's thousands of components and assemblies, all of which will have to function perfectly
Nigga, just go back and watch Oppenheimer.
if the flight is to be successful. 5 days ago, the solid propellant high-speed stages were removed from the hangar.
Look,
Rocket stages
bruh. Look at this piece of aluminum, bro.
2 and 3 are contained in a tub which fits inside the shroud of the Jupiter. Stage 2 is a cluster of 11 solid propellant motors arranged
Look. Look at them look like. Never
in a
mind.
hollow ring.
Never mind.
Stage 3 consists of 3 solid propellant motors, also contained in the tub, inside Stage 2.
Look. Nigga. Nigga.
When the high-speed stages arrived at the launching pad, they were hoisted into the gantry and placed on the Jupiter.
Now, when is this? The same time Russia beat y'all to space? When the fuck is this?
Although mechanically similar to the hardware used to launch the Army Explorer satellites, these high-speed stages
Bro, they moving this shit like it's IKEA furniture, bro. I'm just playing. Let me stop, bro. Let me-
utilize higher performance propellant in order to obtain greater thrust.
In New York and shit. What the fuck is y'all
Diameter of
doing?
8 feet 9 inches and
Nigga, that's the big one.
50 feet long. For this moon mission, the Army Ballistic Missile Agency modified the Jupiter. Different guidance equipment was installed. Instead of carrying its usual
Them clouds don't even look real. None of that shit in the backdrop look even real.
zone, a special aerodynamic shroud was fashioned to enclose the
And
upper
now,
stages
and now,
of the
and
payload.
now Tesla is running
Protect them against
spaceships.
the extreme
Get the-
heating which
look at
will
this.
be encountered as the vehicle rises through the Earth's atmosphere.
This shit looked like it was made in the backyard of Sid, that little badass little boy in the back of Toy Story. I promise you.
The first launching attempt was scheduled for 2 days ago.
Some
18
Oompa
minutes,
Loompa shit.
16
It's a
seconds
small
past
world
10
after all
p.m.
bullshit.
on
Look at this
Saturday,
shit.
February 28th.
The words don't even
An
look
overcast
big.
sky with visibility restricted to a 1,000-foot ceiling forced postponement of the attempt. Also earlier that day, there was the threat of a hurricane in the area. By the end of the day, the weather was still threatening, but showed
Look.
some promise of improvement. Yesterday, on Sunday, March 1, a second attempt was scheduled.
This is like
though
us
the
playing
weather
in the
was still
backyard
uncertain.
talking about pew pew.
Heavy rains were forecast for
This
late
some
afternoon.
bullshit.
Yesterday morning, routine sterilization of the payload was accomplished.
Huh? Look, that's the pay. Mm-mm. 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 That's why I love my class. We don't just believe the payload. That's it? Nigga, that look like a nuclear nigga top hat. How you know these things, Mr. Kev? I know these things because I'm gifted. I'm gifted, and I was born ready, like Canelo Alvarez say. I was born to know. You ever been born again? I was born for this shit. You feel me? You ever been born again? Go to Christ. That's how I know.
Scientists are concerned that Earth bacteria might contaminate the moon's surface if the payload impacts on the moon. Yesterday afternoon, the payload was attached to the fourth and final stage motor and, under a protective covering, taken to the launching pad where the assembly was hoisted into the gantry for mating with the high-speed cluster. The shroud was then lowered over the payload and secured to the vehicle.
Look.
At X-minus 320 minutes, fueling operations commenced and proceeded normally. But at X-minus 300, a hold was called to permit a check of range safety radar. It first appeared that it would be necessary to cancel the test, but repairs were accomplished within a 30-minute period.
Look, they shoot movies and film and all. This is all production.
Resumed at X-minus 280 minutes, when a final check indicated that weather conditions would definitely permit the firing.
Look. Should think they were shooting this shit in space.
Normally, and liquid oxygen loading was accomplished. Final payload checks were made at X-minus 31 minutes. And at X-minus 8 minutes, the order was given to switch the payload from external to internal power.
Oh, my goodness. Hurry
The
up.
switchover
Hurry up.
was not successful. Components were discovered. Consequently, this payload was rejected in favor of a spare. This morning, Monday, March 2, the weather was clear and cool.
They had a
Perfect
port
for
doing
missile
this shit.
launching.
Look.
The test was scheduled for 10 minutes, 50 seconds past midnight. Because of the new firing time, the probe will enter space
This
at a
fool
different...
put a ladder on the side of the rocket.
50 seconds
Look
past
at,
midnight.
wait till they get to the bottom. Look. You see the ladder? This nigga put it
Because
on.
of the new firing time, the probe will enter space at a different angle to the sun. It therefore was necessary to repaint the payload, changing the
this
flight
nigga put this-
temperature control pattern to black. At
This is
4:30
funny
this
to know.
afternoon, the payload was brought out, and this time taken up the gantry elevator. At the same time, pre-checking on the Jupiter was completed. And at 4:45, the missile was rotated to final azimuth position.
Missile? Hold up. Press 1. Hold on, wait. Missile?
Not like this. Not like this.
Wait. I thought this was a spaceship. That's some cold shit to learn when you already took off. Hey, man, have fun on this missile. Missile? No! That's some fucked up shit to learn on takeoff. Look, hey, yeah, I'm happy to be on Space Patrol ride here at Disneyland. Call it whatever you want to, man. It's a JX-47 rocket with the missile command, right? I thought that was Space Command. That's what they told you? That's how much they pay you? Well, I get paid on the first and the that's like hey, Holmes, that's fucked up, eh? That's fucked up, Holmes. They fucked my friend Pookie up. Press one. Told him he got a new job. Press one. That's fucked up. Cuz I had the resume filled out and everything. Cuz said I got a new job at NASA. Nigga, you ain't never did nothing. Well, how you talking about? You got a job at NASA. Say it right here. I've been approved. $1,500 every first and the press one. Like, y'all get food talking big on niggas now. You get food stamps. I get NASA. Yeah, nigga, where you going? They gave me a free suit. This is a space suit, cuz. That's fucked up. They just a space suit, cuz, from Amazon. They made sure I bought it. They made sure I got this job. That fucked up. How you know what buttons to push? They said it was like an Xbox controller. It would be simple. Press one, and I got a trainer with me. There's another nigga with him. He gonna show me. It's like truck driving, he said. Press one. They say, you see this computer? It's gonna do everything for you. It's already on a projected flight path. Oh, that's fucked up. And then motherfucker go that way. Nigga, we in a war. No. Motherfucker, you look at the TV back home at NASA home base, they back there like this. You doing 1,000 miles an hour to Russia and Ukraine with your dumb ass. You, Rocket Man. Poof. Now you're a holographic splat on the top of the ceiling of the earth. Look at this shit. It used to be dogs, cats, animals in the star. Now niggas with jobs who had resume. Lord have mercy. Holographic splat. That's fucked up.
At X-minus 60 minutes, there was a worry that data
This
handling
nigga said
equipment on the
he said
Doppler
a
was in
missile.
trouble.
I knew that was. You don't shoot
This has been
missiles
cleared
into space.
Up. And now we are coming down to X-minus 31, the crucial time for the third launching attempt. However, in the months that preceded this firing, there were other preparations equally important to the success of the mission. Near Goldstone Dry Lake, just south of Death Valley, California, a huge radio tracking antenna was constructed.
Look.
To provide a means of tracking the probe and receiving the scientific data it transmits. The Goldstone test station is a vital link in the Pioneer 4 firing. Also a part of the tracking complex is a smaller antenna located in Puerto Rico.
There it is. There, see? They trying to make it seem like it was so long ago, man. These were, bruh. Whoo, we got a lot. There it is. They go that little golf ball building, that little Channel 7 Doppler. Press one.
The tracking data received by the two antennas and at the launching site will be immediately transmitted to the JPL Computing Center in Pasadena for reduction and analysis. Transmission of such information can be accomplished in a matter of minutes.
That one ain't even on.
In addition to teletype communications, radio contact with Cape Canaveral is maintained.
They're not even talking, bro. This is nonsense. Them buttons ain't even blinking. Press one.
Be accomplished in a matter of minutes.
And these niggas faking like they
In
talking
addition
to each other
teletype
like.
communications, radio contact with Cape Canaveral is maintained.
Clap yourself.
This is Cape Canaveral. We are continuing with the countdown. The time is now X-minus 20 minutes.
This is
Mark.
stupid.
Firing time is only 20 minutes away. We have been informed that the payload
Where
is
are the
switched
black people?
to internal power. All equipment is functioning perfectly and the weather remains clear.
Nobody asking.
It is unlikely
But me.
that there will be any further
Where are the
difficulties.
black people?
However, any changes in schedule will be immediately relayed to this center.
Where the fuck is
Planning for the
you?
Juno 2 series of lunar space probes, which had been designated Pioneer 3 and Pioneer 4, had reached an advanced stage early in 1958. At that time, Dr. William H. Pickering, director of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, evaluated the proposed lunar flights from the perspective of past events.
These motherfuckers got space programs on the television set. And everybody at home watching Sputnik like this. Wow. That motherfucker came right around and said, boom. I know it did, bro. I got this feeling that they just did this. It's in my soul. You know, it's deep in there.
Our plans are now completed. But before I discuss them, it is interesting to depart from the subject for a moment and see how we arrived at this place in time when we calmly talk
These
about the
motherfuckers look like they
exploration of
up to
space.
no good.
After Sputnik, but even before Explorer 1 was authorized, a special Jet Propulsion Laboratory study outlined plans for a moon probe. This report said in part, the launching of the first Earth satellite by the USSR has had a tremendous impact on people.
Huh?
Study outlined plans for a moon probe. This report said in part, the launching of the first Earth satellite by the USSR has had a tremendous impact on people everywhere. It is imperative that the United States produce a significant technological advance by providing the world with a useful moon rocket. This work is required in preparation for the time when man himself will be...
These is motherfucking... I don't know how they doing this shit. These is Nazis. I don't even think that this is American lips moving, because this could be like 3D lips and make it look like they speaking American like us, but they got them little ski masks on that everybody wearing look like Kanye, and they can be talking and their lips don't move. And, so they just look like they ain't even, they look like aliens, man. They ain't even talking. It's like they can be little Hitlers, but
This work is required in
look at the
preparation
mouth.
for the time when man himself will be engaged in the supreme adventure.
Nigga, in now in German. That just sound like he don't sound regular. Right.
Of exploring the moon, the planets, and eventually even outer space itself. We are now committed to the following. First, we will begin the task.
And so the vehicle design was frozen, and payload missions for the Juno 2 series were defined. Pioneer 3 would provide a test of the guidance and propulsion systems, obtain radiation data, and check equipment proposed for future flights. The Pioneer 4 payload would then be exactly determined using the data from Pioneer 3.
I bet you that's plutonium, everything.
Both flights would attempt to pass beyond the moon and to go into orbit around the sun. In the fall of 1958, the State University of Iowa completed preparation of the radiation package to be flown in Pioneer 3. Dr. J.A. Van Allen, who originated the radiation experiments,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Iowa completed preparation of the radiation package to be flown in Pioneer 3. Dr.
Bruh. I don't know if it's me. But is that flag on a loop? Is that back building on a loop? Watch the flag.
Fall of 1958, the State University of Iowa completed preparation of the radiation package to be flown in Pioneer 3.
Yes. It is on a loop. That's why it looks like that. Y'all look at the people disappearing in the back. It look like that Tron. That, oh my goodness. What type of buck shit is this?
Iowa completed preparation of the radiation package to go into orbit around the sun.
Just like when you take pictures on loop. It's just people disappearing, kind of moving cinematics in the back. Flag is just...
Dr. J.A. Van Allen, who originated the radiation experiments, summarized...
Now, you see that experiment on the back there? That's the same one Chris Cook sent me when he was talking about the perspectives given here. See how my brain worked? Look. It's this one. And working on altering the reality. Now that's weird. Now, going back, even when I was telling him that it was on a loop, now that's not a coincidence to me. That, you know, that I got the shit on the loop.
In the fall of 1958, the State University of Iowa completed preparation of the radiation package to be
And
flown
on the
in
loop
Pioneer
picture,
3.
it seems like the people are walking, but it's really like they're not walking at all. They're being looped around. And if you don't look correctly, it will appear as if it's not looped, but it is. That's the whole cool thing about loop is it doesn't look looped, and then it does, and it's like, oh, this is dope. But they've had this for a long time.
Dr. J.A. Van Allen, who originated the
They
radiation...
used to put scenes on top of scenes and have people walk around like they were really there, like green screen. So this would be like acting as a green screen.
experiments summarize the results obtained from the Explorer firings.
Some idea of the nature of these observations can be gathered by looking at this chart. Now, this represents the Earth with its magnetic axis. Each one of these contours or curved lines is a contour of constant radiation intensity, in which the radiation intensity increases as one goes outwards from the Earth. Now, with the moon shot, we expect to shoot right through this whole pattern of radiation and determine how high it goes, at what radius from the Earth it has its maximum, and in what manner it falls off as we go to very great distances from the Earth. Now, it is not at all necessary that our apparatus go near the moon or strike the moon for this purpose. The essential thing is that the moon probe carry the apparatus to very great distances from the Earth.
The first flight test of the Juno 2 program occurred in December 1958 with the launching of Pioneer 3. Pioneer 3 did not succeed in reaching the vicinity of the moon. However, the probe reached an altitude of 63,500 miles, and valuable radiation information was obtained.
Wait. Huh?
After the data from the Van Allen experiment had been analyzed, Dr.
Oh, they're using this as a cover for the radiation, Chernobyl. Oh, so they're using the space programs to hide the atomic warfare and guerrilla warfare, as I said, was here. Oh, yeah, that was NASA. Oh, yeah, we lost that, but it did collect some radiation data for us that we were needing because, the Van Allen belt that we don't acknowledge today even exists, kind of like turned our Coca-Cola can back towards the Earth. And then,
Eberhard Rechten of JPL disclosed some of the findings.
What'd you find?
Using the earlier results from Explorer 4 and later results from Pioneer 3, Dr. Van Allen was able to show the existence of two radiation belts high over the tropic and temperate zones of the Earth. The first zone is 2,000 miles thick and starts 1,400 miles above the surface. The second zone is 4,000 miles thick and starts about 8,000 miles from the surface.
This is the Orion logo, but that's crazy. Y'all didn't make it anywhere, but you know all this.
Of the Earth. There are several consequences to Dr. Van Allen's discoveries. Manned space stations at altitudes of less than 500 miles are comparatively safe.
Let's go back. Less than what?
Stations at altitudes of less than 500 miles are comparatively safe. The regions of high intensity
500
are somewhat
miles
smaller than originally believed.
Oh.
So that if man wished to escape into space, he could either make a dash through these belts or take his ride, leaving by way of the poles. But more information is needed before man can safely venture into space. It is now vital and necessary that the extent and the nature of the dangerous radiation be exactly understood and mapped.
Based on the results of Pioneer 3, it was decided that Pioneer 4 would repeat the experiment, seeking additional radiation
So they
information.
just shooting missiles into the sky with no objective of landing the damn thing. Right. It was never supposed to make it to the moon, damn it.
Moon probe carries instrumentation that performs a variety of missions. It
It's
is
the
a
same
tribute
nigga who
to
shot
the
Martin Luther
Miniaturization
King. I'm not gonna believe nobody who even looked like this one.
program that the entire payload weighs less than 15 pounds.
Mm-hmm. But that looked
This
like
is
a
the assembled
carburetor.
instrumentation, including the battery,
Look,
power supply,
them look like a
transmitter,
bunch of
and
M80s, nigga.
associated
You ain't
electronics.
fooling me. That's TNT. That's TNT, plutonium, and oh my goodness, nigga. Where the black people at? Remember M80s? These niggas don't wrapped up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These motherfuckers don't connect it. 20 sticks of dynamite per payload. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my God. What do you think is gonna happen when you stick a carburetor? What are y'all making? That look like them bell bombs, don't they? Remember I showed y'all the bell bombs? That'll fit perfect, don't it? Now, it's crazy that we talk about these things and it's not like it doesn't make sense. Now it's not too far-fetched. Like, wait a minute. I wonder if that'll fit in these things here. You notice it looked like an atomic weapon that they're calling Archimedes' timepiece, but it's really the back of a nuclear warhead. I wonder if it'll fit in there. We'll get back to that.
Here is an assembled payload. During the early portions of the flight, the entire high-speed rocket cluster is spinning in order to maintain directional stability.
Good.
We have just been informed that Pioneer 4 liftoff is imminent. Just a moment. Stand by. We are attempting to contact the Cape.
Mark, X minus 20 seconds. X minus 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Firing command.
Come on, bro.
Stage 2 ignition.
Stage 2 ignition. That's what he just did. Stage 2 ignition. That was the stage. Come on, bro. They're mind reading.
There goes 3.
These motherfuckers is tapping into some
Stage
other
4
shit.
ignition.
This is Cape Canaveral Central Control. Liftoff was normal. All stages ignited.
The probe is already far out over the North Atlantic. Puerto Rico is attempting to acquire the signal.
The signal was acquired in Puerto Rico on schedule.
That's in there. That little place right there. That's what's in there.
The data now being received will be sent to you as soon as possible.
It will be some time before further information is obtained. But a description of what is happening was provided several days ago by Dr. J.E. Froelich, JPL project director for the probe, and Dr. K.
Look, bro. Look on the back wall. Nigga, that's not going outer space. That's going somewhere else.
Davis.
One there, boom. One in the middle, going further out, and one more, and then one straight out. That's 4 boom, 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 booms in 4 strategic locations. That's not too far-fetched, bro. At
The
all.
Army Ballistic Missile Agency's missile firing laboratory.
To understand fully the complexities of our moon probe project, let's consider some of the basic problems with which we must contend.
What's
Our
that?
target, of course, is here, or more precisely here. Our objective is to just miss the moon. allowing the probe to pass into the space beyond. The distance to be traveled is difficult even to imagine, nearly 250,000 miles. If you are traveling at the speed of sound, it would take nearly half a month to traverse the distance. Consider now our firing platform, the Earth. If it were standing still, the problem would in many ways be simpler. But it is, of course, revolving on its axis, producing at Cape Canaveral a rotational speed in excess of 900 miles an hour. Our target itself is also moving, orbiting the Earth at an average speed of 2,200 miles an hour. Thus, in order to reach our target...
Now, they just did Sputnik. Now they're doing this?
We have to aim about 75,000 miles ahead of where the moon is at the time of firing. That you may better appreciate the complexities involved, Dr. DUES will review for us the flight mechanics of a typical moon firing. Kurt, take over.
Thank you, Jack. You gentlemen are very fortunate. You're going to see the completely successful firing of a probe to the vicinity of the moon.
Oh, my God. He sound like Hitler. Look at his face. It's all fucking bruised up and cut like a Russian, German SS officer.
Of course, you're going to see it only in drawings on a screen.
Did I?
Which is a little easier than in actual space.
However,
if the real probe does succeed, the mechanics by which the success will be achieved will be those which you are going to witness. Cape Canaveral is about 28 degrees north of the equator. Firing will be in a generally easterly direction. Exact angle of firing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Will depend on day, hour, and minute of firing. Following a countdown of many hours, involving a final check of every possible detail, the rocket will blast off. After the burnout of the first stage, the booster motor separates from the guidance compartment and nose section. A brief period of coasting follows. The nose section is then detached by an explosive charge, moved out of the way by a small rocket motor. Meanwhile, jets of the guidance system have been activated to place the high-speed stages and payload
look,
in
it's
proper
been
fire
targeted.
attitude
Look,
direction.
it's being stabilized, being
Now,
kept on
the
target
rocket
by
in
Sputnik.
effect aimed at its target.
Look.
The spin-stabilized high-speed stages commence their firing sequence.
Boom. Boom. Get it all the way there. You know, like hell it ain't going no damn outer space.
With the firing of the last stage rocket,
I told you what was needed was the little thing that was in there, the small explosive.
After a long period of
They probably used plutonium. They probably used, oh my goodness, yellow cake. Shit.
About 10 hours, the burned-out fourth stage is separated from the probe
Look.
payload. And the de-spinning device,
You saw how big it was,
consisting of
right?
weights attached to wires,
All right.
is activated to stop the spinning motion of the probe. This is to permit a check on the performance of the optical instruments which it carries. The probe payload will now coast on into space to and beyond the vicinity of the moon. Now you know, gentlemen, how very easy, yet how very complex it all really is.
Oh my goodness. They talking about from another place hitting a different place. That's all they're doing, targeting.
Thank you, Dr. DUES. What you have seen is a presentation of what will happen if every device in our rocket vehicle functions correctly at precisely the right
They
moment.
don't even sound
Our
American.
final set of problems have to do with tracking the flight of the payload.
It doesn't even look like they're speaking real, like, they look artificial, kind of. Look,
At takeoff,
they got the same radar as what? Receivers and transmitters as Sputnik, as sonar.
the probe will be tracked by conventional
Look.
radar equipment in Florida. A short time later, the downrange station in Puerto Rico will pick up the signal. As the rocket rises on its trajectory, other stations ringing the Atlantic will also pick up its signal. These stations, however, will soon lose contact because of the rotation of the Earth and the greatly increasing distance. At about X plus 5 hours, when the probe is 60,000 miles out, it will come in line with JPL's long-range receiving station at Goldstone, California. This we call the first acquisition. So sensitive is the Goldstone antenna that it will permit measurements of the probe's trajectory, which will be accurate to 1/10 of a degree.
What I don't understand is, if it took off Cape Canaveral and going over to North America, how the fuck is California picking it up? Like, it's not even going that way. The motherfucker took off and went the other way. Watch. 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 Lord have mercy. Watch the takeoff. Now, this is Florida. California the other way. Now watch
At
this.
takeoff, the probe will be tracked by conventional radar
And who picks it up?
in Florida.
Russia.
A short time later, the downrange station in Puerto Rico will pick up the signal.
Where to do a turn?
As the rocket rises on its trajectory, other stations ringing the Atlantic will also pick up its signal. These stations, however, will soon lose contact because of the rotation of the Earth and the greatly increasing distance. At about X plus 5 hours, when the probe is 60,000 miles out, it will come in line with JPL's long-range receiving station at Goldstone, California. This we call the first acquisition.
Now check this shit out. This goes all the way back, like Sputnik picked up in California and Russia. What's on the other side of California? Not going east, but west. Russia. Russia.
So sensitive is the Goldstone antenna.
When you watch the show Fallout, where does the nuclear event happen? In Los Angeles. In what you see today as Los Angeles. Okay.
Will be accurate to 1/10 of a degree. At about X plus 17, Goldstone will lose contact because of the rotation of the Earth. However, enough information will have been transmitted to JPL's computer center to predict exact position of the probe in time and space until the second acquisition occurs. This will be at X plus 29 hours, as the probe again comes above the horizon of the Goldstone station. The antenna will then hold contact as the probe passes into the space beyond the moon. This, then, is the situation before us. The problems we face are almost staggering in their complexities, but we must continue to move ahead.
Almost 1 hour has now elapsed since the firing of Pioneer 4.
They're almost machine-like in their thinking, not meaning they're AI or machine, meaning they're all operating as one unit. Kind of like engineers, right?
Computer predictions will soon be made. I have been told that the payload withstood the acceleration of missile liftoff. We have also heard that the instruments are operating as planned. The trajectory appears to be down 4 degrees and south 2 degrees. This slight deviation, however, will not adversely affect the test objectives. Data from the Puerto Rico tracking station has been coming steadily into the computer center. This data is in the form of punched tape, which is automatically converted to punched cards and fed into the computer. The first prediction has just been released. Stand by. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration is making the first announcement. A favorable flight path has been achieved. It is mathematically certain that Pioneer 4 will reach the vicinity of the moon and will achieve an orbit around the sun. And so the firing of Pioneer 4 became history. A significant step in an orderly procession of events. Bearing out the calculations of the teams of scientists, the men at the Goldstone test station made the first California acquisition on March 3. at 3:47 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Wednesday, March 4 at 4:33 a.m., the big antenna made contact for the second time. Almost 10 hours later, at 2:26 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the probe passed within 37,000 miles of the moon. We know now that Pioneer 4 will establish an orbital period around the sun of 392 days. Its closest approach to the sun will be 92 million miles.
Wait, 392 days. Okay.
Its maximum distance from the sun will be 106 million miles. The experiment had been as our scientists had said it would be.
Look, there go Von Braun.
Problems are
He's a known German Nazi.
as our scientists.
Look, there he is. There he is. Why? This is big. They came in by way of scientists. So they started this whole program. This whole program is ran and directed by Nazis. Yes. Created, funded by the whole German, Russian brigade, nigga. Y'all allowed NASA to come in and get you with space and time and Albert Einstein. Coup d'etat. It's not even real. It's a program to keep African Americans inside of a contained radiation zone. Because if they get out, it will cause disease to the world. So all of these little subliminal greenhouse effect by way of CO2 is genocide behavior. This was they were talking when they pushed aliens on us the first time. You ended up with an atomic holocaust and the destruction of the nuclear family. So those of you who ain't here and wasn't born in America, I don't know how far you know, but we know we were destroyed. And we also know our people was the Victorians or the Virginians and the people who said, so we're not looking at it from a federalized mind control point of view. We don't have some distorted view of history. We lived it. Our great grandmothers lived it. So being black isn't something cool to us. That's dead in law. You got it in heritage. You can go home. My fight ain't with y'all, but I'm going to let you know straight up. You don't want this, foreigner. You don't want it. Whether you're a foreign black, whether you're Moor or Islam or whatever you Arabic, you don't want this work. My history lesson is by far beyond your comprehension level. You were taught and raised by human beings, monsters. Your forefathers are in Qatar, in Dubai, suffering the war, the suffering from their transgression, and so is Ukraine. These is them. Germany, Russian, Ukraine, the Middle East, Afrikaners, Africorps, all of the corporations are involved and incorporated, and NASA is the money laundering machine where you just send things up. You see how far they got on Tesla, and Tesla never did nothing for nobody. And Elon Musk and these things, they just created Tesla and said, oh, he was the guy. No. Do you know black people created all these things to be used? Where did these people come from? Tesla was over there chopping wood some damn where. He wasn't in this, over here doing this. So y'all got to wake up that your nation has been coup d'etat by an Aryan race. And what I mean by Aryan, I don't just mean people of a certain pigment color in your eyes. I'm talking about a white supremacist Aryan, East Hindu, Indo-Mediterranean nonsense. You traded in God and the Republic for godlessness and do what thou wilt and to practice anything, and in which You traded over your sovereignty. Now it's time to stand up like a man and woman. I'm not even saying man. I'm saying man and woman. Because if the women stand up greater than the men, I'm taking that too. Don't matter. I'm not looking for any individual. It's the spirit. I mean, it ain't even what it looked like. I've learned, individuals can look like this and that and this and no. Who gonna step up to the plate? That's what it's about. Being a part of change and not just talking about it. That this Nazi regime, proven fact, has come in by way of NASA, humanitarian aid to the black people by Harry S. Truman in the early 1900s, kept us in concentration camps. Where were we when this was going on? You were being slaughtered by Margaret Sanger, and those of you who wouldn't take white nurses took Marcus Garvey's. Didn't matter. Charles Dawes, Adolf Hitler, the Russian Guard, the Lloyds of London had their boys in place, whether black or white, to convince you go to fight somewhere else. Remove yourself from this homeland. Press 1. Hit that like button. Here I come.
Had said it would be.
The problems are almost staggering in their complexity, but we must continue to move ahead.
This work is required in preparation for the time when man himself will be engaged in the supreme adventure of exploring the moon, the planets, and eventually even outer space itself.
This achievement places the far corners of the solar system within the reach of man and marks another step in the conquest of time and space. For the future, our task is defined: to enrich knowledge and understanding, and therefore to aid man in fulfilling his peaceful destiny. To this end, we are dedicated.
Get back to it. Fellow Christians trying to teach me and trying to get me in the work and written in the book of life. I said, excuse me, I'm at work right now, but if you go to John 16, they wasn't trying to read nothing. I said, oh yeah, this is. They said you gotta eat the blood. It's Passover. I'm not eating nothing. I'm right now Passover right now on the air. And don't try to, you little Latin person and Asian person, if you don't get your little alien self out of here, I'll be damned if a foreigner try to teach me at all. I had to go straight to John 16. That's it. Don't try to change the word. Don't try to do nothing. Jesus, that's right. But you don't know what you're dealing with. You better go on somewhere. She got to the first part. I said, it's red, right? She had the old Bible too. So let's start there. I'm sorry to have y'all on hold, but I was double teaching. Press one. And guess what? They fleed where no man pursue them. I'm not finna do this with these people. I'm not here. You knocked on my door. So let's delegate here. Go to John 16. Okay? But nothing. My door. Okay. But nothing. See? I'm not that. I'm not up for a bunch of women showing up at my door, looking a bunch of different colors and creeds, talking about write my name in the book of life and all of this. That's scary. What you doing? Y'all just teaching? Y'all teaching me and shit? Nah, y'all go on somewhere. Bring your husbands around. Bring your husbands. I'm in here teaching right now. They couldn't believe I was teaching y'all. No, he not really teaching. No, I'm in here teaching about the communist Russian regime. You know, U2. And the destruction of the Adams family. You hear me? And how they were in collusion to get this thing started. They just want to profess Christ. They don't want to know what it was like. They want you to live in what Jesus this and Jesus that. But when you let them know what Jesus said and it's all real, they don't want to know what Jesus said. That devil was lips wouldn't go no further than, and he said this to the disciples. She said it's a lot. I said we both in the word. Come on, you knocked on my door. How is a lot? I'm not doing it. So classroom, this starting to look like a whole genocidal attack on the nuclear family. What I'm saying is this was a covert, destructive attack on the black family. Period. And that's what this theory is all about. What hydrogen bombs went off? What napalm bombs went off in the 1900s? What buildings were destroyed? What was destroyed by way of Liberty bombs? Press one. And we thought they were Liberty bonds. We had no idea Liberty bonds was the investment in our own destruction. Press one. But God is good to us. You see this? These bombs was going off, causing destruction by way of sound. You had these things going off all over America, and they want to make it seem like they were making some technological advancements. What they were doing is sending these by way of cable wire over us. You see that thing at the top there? They wasn't shooting nothing. They was dropping these down. These are bell bombs. You may not know what's inside of these, but these were heavily used to destroy a lot. Okay? A lot. So changing time and perspective really is not a scientific thing. It's you have to prepare your mind to be able to accept it. It's not science. It's a scientific subverting tactic used to cover up their deeds. They are the inglorious bastards. They robbed all the African American, all the freedmen banks. They destroyed them, put them in concentration camps. I will never give up this fight because there's so much. I got a great team. Here at Cairo University and Coffee and Kush TV. And Coffee and Kush TV. You see? These are your people being escorted out. These are your people being destroyed. Caribbean can't show you this. Dan Calloway and them can't show you this. They want to be federalized. They created by the state. Terminators. They ain't know no sense of history other than what was given to them. From Chernobyl to Sputnik. We're going to keep proving the disasters that went on here and the millions and millions of immigrants who came over here by way of ship and told us the story that we came over here by way of ship. They are literally Popeye. And millions of foreign Russian and German agents came over in humanitarian efforts and dressed up as nurses and was given right. And over you don't have more right than McDonald and than the goddamn Mickey Mouse. You see? You don't get it right and keep it tight. From Asians to people who you call, all these different nations came over as one American bond. Do you get it? As one union, all of them to fight your forefathers and to destroy your lands and to hold these amended immigrants and civil rights over you. You deal in superior right. So you got to train your mind to defeat them. What, with your fist? No, look, it's millions of them. They all uphold Indo-European supremacy. See? None of them have no sympathy for the black woman or no sympathy for the black man. None of them. Unless they've been lived up under us and lived with us and rejected in their own right and actually seen it. Other than that, it's not on the tip of their frontal lobe or their pineal gland, more peace and more, oh, do you know Jesus? And, oh, let me get up out of here. But never a direct knowledge of who you are. They can never get to that point in life of like, damn, we did this to y'all. That's why God or the redemption, the patience of the Lord is so important, and the signs of the times is so important to those who believe in Christ. You know, even in our fallen state, even in our dead state, still waiting on some hope or some type of miracle moment in our lives to have a little bit more faith, you know. But to be sitting up here in 2024 talking about the immigrants who came over 120 years ago, 124 years ago, the bank crashed. Why? Only banks that crashed was the Freeman banks. Y'all didn't have no bank. So y'all used the collateral of look, see how that works? When you do your homework and research to yourself, it's just that clear. It shows in your umph, in your aura. Doesn't matter if you didn't graduate or you don't wear a suit and tie or you didn't go to Harvard. It speaks for itself. That's what Nip taught me. Your knowledge and your wisdom and your change speaks for itself. And sure, everybody don't acknowledge it, you know, but those who with you acknowledge it, damn, you know, everybody want to be your number one fan and your number one, but nobody really want to know what it take to know this. Everybody want a shortcut. There ain't no shortcut. And if it is, you got to be at the row. Being in this class is the shortcut. This is it right there. You got to know it. All of them came up over here from your perspective. This is how you fell. Their war stories is your destruction. Huh? Take on what's in your back. This is not slave patrol. This is a Russian army telling you to get your shit out. You're going. Huh? They had treasure chests. This is what they call treasure chests. Your belongings. Take what you can and go. It's just that simple. Go to the camps. Ain't no food, nothing but destruction. We're here to help you. And as soon as you left, the raids. The people moved right on. All this was flattened out, destroyed. Y'all in the camps for 2, 3 years, 4 years working. Becoming slaves now. Free labor union. You get your ass over there, POW, Blackie. They got to train you, right? Black. Huh? You're going to work for free and work off this debt What debt? They owe us. We lent the money to Italy, Germany, and France. We said, y'all owe us in Russia. The Pope owe us. So it ain't just reputation. It ain't just a check of $1 million. I don't want it. I wouldn't fight for reparations for you. No, because you don't know what it's like. You don't know what you really getting a check for. You just want a check so you can look cool in the lowrider, and you want a check so you can get a Maserati and say, look, we all stunt together, but we didn't do the work that it took on an individual level to receive a check. So to me, your ass is incompetent. And until the black man can come out of his incompetence in law, he'll never receive nothing because he won't fight for nothing. Damn. Because he won't fight for nothing. I'm blessed by God. I got exactly what I need to succeed and keep my family full and full. Facts. I'm not overzealous. I don't hate nobody. I have no malice in my heart. People think I do are the people who think I'm on some retaliation because they did me wrong. Well, I'm not. I'm not, bro. The stuff that I know, it'll be a waste of my time to have any remorse or I embrace that. This is what makes me mad and prove it all and go beyond. Like Star Trek, my brain go above and beyond what you can conceive in Titanic. Where I go, you talking about coming back one life. You talking, I'll go back 10 lives. I go back, how many great grandmothers we been to fail? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Let's go back there. No, you just going back to a made up Titanic story. I'm going back to where they took our things and made us get out on tape, on record. No, I don't follow their storylines to find me. You feel me? I believe in my spirit, in my gut, even if at the mustard seed capability. And look what comes out. Production. Now, y'all never seen Liberty Bells as bombs until I showed you. And that's from Shiva. So don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at Forrest Glory because she studied the law and related to this. Don't be mad at Amanda because she on incorporated media on the other channel and shit. Don't be mad because you trying to lure Kev when I'm trying to discover how we lost everything and how we was in the Holocaust. Nigga, this is better than the Diary of Anne Frank. When I'm finished with you, you're going to know who I am, how I was treated coming up, what we were projected to be. You're going to understand that this particle being just wasn't nigga with the split nigga experiment. I knew I was being observed when I was a baby, nigga. You didn't teach me not to do bad things. In fact, you encouraged it. I had to stop. Press 1, I had to stop. So I'm giving everybody their credit. You want credit, you gonna work, but if you playing, you gonna show. Because the people who do the work, that's where it come from. They say, Kev, I heard you. Now look at these Liberty, not just bonds, but Liberty bombs. What? See? Now I got to bring it to the people. Don't try to be me, because this is somebody else's homework. These topics is just new information. Great people who study on their own time, who present the information. They ain't trying to lead a nigga nowhere. They just, look, this is what I learned this because you was talking on the air. I had to learn that from YouTube. You see all these other people going through it with their comment sections and the people who did them wrong. And I met this person from this person group and I'm not in that. They sure was trying though. You feel me? But nah. I'm not with that high school shit. I'm not with that shit. Y'all go on over there. I'll go outside in the hood to see some shit like that in real life. I'll stay away from it. You feel me? But the people who passed me on great knowledge knew I was on the right track. There's people who passed me great knowledge and said, Kev, go over to Arlington and see the cemetery. All them people is black, bro. And gave me the list. These people are passed away, no longer here. I brought that information to the internet. I watched these people pass away. Here one day and not longer here. but the information is here. You think you getting it from Kev? Nah, bro. These is elder men and women, bro, who said that's a good man who understand he's on the right track. He's knowledgeable enough to understand this. You know, he gon' get it. So them people is who I look towards and pray for and show appreciation for, and who led me down the right path. Not motherfuckers who, you know what I'm saying. This don't come from envious people. This come from people who are on that same frequency, who hear me and I hear them. And if they not there, they show is trying. You feel me? You can't do this, Rico. You can't have this effect. You copy me. That mean I go live. I mean, I go live and do the work, and then you respond next week or 2 weeks from now. By then, I done did another 40 hours in 3 days, nigga, about something totally that don't even matter about what you about to do and respond to. It's that easy. You know? Hit that like button and subscribe. It's that easy. 424-209-9506. Now I'm shit talking. Now I'm ready for you. You know, you got to be able to do this, young man. I appreciate y'all. I also want to give a shout out to my community. Y'all helped me purchase a new desktop computer so I can stop live streaming from my laptop and really get settled. I really appreciate y'all. These are some haters out here. You know? Without y'all, I wouldn't even be growing. Shout out to y'all, people out there in the world who support this on another level. Got to thank y'all, because people didn't notice. People didn't notice. So, yeah, my little chat room, y'all don't know, but y'all helped me get credit and everything. They believe me now. They believe me now. And, oh, yeah. I don't care who say Kev ain't shit. That ain't what they say. Bro. They say, man, come here, bro. Come here, bro. Come here, but what you doing, bro? Come here, what you doing? They looking for me. They mad because I got a big smile on my face. They say, Kev, you sold out. No, I just moved on up. That's it. Mentally, my spirit is in the right direction, and I don't hate you. I don't hate none of them because I see now it was all worth it. Was it worth it? Hell yeah, it was worth it. Because y'all some weenies and busters. That's why. Some haters and doubters and no faith. You feel me? And I'm a person of faith, I guess, because I'm winning. You know, I guess I'm favored. You know, God bless y'all. It feel good to wake up and do what you like for a living. You know how many people in the world do what they don't want to do and still find pleasure in it just to get by? I'm in a blessed position. I ain't sold out. I'm just critically thinking. It finally makes sense to me now. Live within your means. Don't do too much. You know, keep a little food on the table. But you'll be all right. You'll be all right. You know, you look back in a year or two, look at the things you accumulated, and look, you ain't even thinking. It didn't even affect you. You still moving on up. Yeah, stay there in the process of. That's where I like to be. You know, if nobody else is breaking this down and can, well, this is valuable. Very valuable to the mental. Black people see black people in their pictures in the catacombs. Old slaves burnt up in Rome. They weren't slaves. That's these people who needed to be evaporated by aliens. By Area 54. That's them. The ones who the foundations of this earth is built off of. That's them. It's built off of them because their names were used for you to have life. Other than that, you would be dead. You wouldn't exist within the republic. So you guys had to genocide and lie and cover up history and turn our kingdom into Disneyland, into an incorporated dead cartoon wonderland with no spirituality, Nothing but cyborg women, Stepford housewives, and niggas with dresses on. And on the effeminized men and women got too much testosterone, therefore synthetically destroying the nuclear family once again on all levels. On all levels. So I'm not here to just talk or nothing like that. I'm here to live what I talk about. I'm for real. You know? For real. When I say Mickey Mouse got more sovereignty than you, I'm serious about that. Nobody's ever shown you and proved to you Mickey Mouse. Disney run the grid program that Big U circles the block on. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna tell you that? They gotta check in. You feel me? Kev is different, man. I speak the truth. And the truth don't made me free. I didn't say, hey, I wonder if I'm free. The truth made me free. You see how I speak? Free. Free. I explain this stuff to y'all freely, bro. And now we know the vagrants came from underground who was already there and overthrew George Washington Gillespie's whole company. You see that? Route 66 all the way through. Now, I've proven it, but we're going to continue to do so. Route 66, there's a railway system going right through. That railway system is a product, is the original railway system. Ain't nothing changed. You ain't went no outer space with no railway system like this. Hit that like button and subscribe. So, airship or train, it doesn't matter. You were both taken above sea level and stolen. So you are God's crown jewels, and this is his land. And everybody is operating counterclockwise, spiritually, mentally, and physically to the word of God. Facts, your religious structure is all counterclockwise. Like I say, an Asian and a Mexican, Romanian chick that walked up to me, knocked on the door while I'm working, live on the air teaching, and say, let me put your name in the book of life by performing this Passover type. And she said, do you even know what Passover is? Girl, I got so much in my brain right now. No, it's this. We talking. Is that what it is, ma'am? See, you wrong. I said, girl, since you want to laugh and play, go to John 16. Now, shut up. We'll go now. That's right. Go on somewhere. Demon. Go on somewhere. I'm not here for you to play. I know I look gullible. I know my smile is like, oh, Kev wear his heart on his sleeve. I know, but you will burn yourself fucking with me. Okay, yeah, I do. That don't mean take advantage of me. Press 1. Yeah, I do. That don't mean target me, motherfucker. I do, and I'm not changing. I do. I love Kev. I love wearing my heart on my. I love showing emotion. I love to let you know I'll be right back. Don't worry. With nothing in my pocket. Watch how I do this shit. Press 1. Yeah, just like we do. We come from this. We was a destroyed people. All nations took part. I'm living testimony. Nigga, the state of California said no jurisdiction over Mr. Gillespie. Let him go. But he didn't complete parole. He didn't complete his probation. In fact, he's still sir. He's rehabilitated himself. Oh, no, that's not fair. Sir, we contract you guys. Shut the fuck up. Y'all wasn't there when you hear shit like that. You don't know what a blessing is. You don't know. You going to forget as soon as you get out who gave you a blessing. You're not going to fight. You're going to go back to the hood, smoke some dope, and hang out with your homies and be like, oh, look what God did. Now put me back with y'all. I'm cool. We come from destruction. We come from the atom bomb. We are Bebe's kids. We are Chernobyl. We are crack babies. We are with the hydrogen babies. A lot of us was born and manufactured in test tubes, bro. Inseminated inside of women, giving a false sense of reality. And forgot where you came from. God still made a way for you. came from immaculate conception. You don't even know where you come from. Whole world destroyed when you got here. Shit, if it wasn't for television in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, shit, they wouldn't have had no pastime. And all they had to do was sugar booger and dance. Because, nigga, what's the alternative? Go outside and see the destruction? Go outside and see this? Shit, man. It's better we forget. You see? Fuck it. And that's how we've been living this whole time, kind of in a forgotten, dead state. A lot of people forgot they was dead. How you a dead God? Allowing your enemies to use all of these theoretical educational tools against you. How? How are you a God and that's the enemy? And that's the white man is the enemy, but you need the enemy to tell you your history? You ain't figured it out yet. Your enemies told you who your enemies was. They told you who your prophets was. So when we change their lives, you're going to think they dead and have an emotional bond to our messiahs that we've given you. Press one. See, now we know our emotional trauma loops and all that. We ain't got to be super smart to know these things and not let enemies of consciousness, per se, alter our perception. You still got to remember this. This is in front of our faces. They just built over this because they don't want to tell you and give you what's rightfully yours, because everything is yours. Everything. So never lose hope. God is good. Remember that. Never lose hope. God is good all the time. Even when we walking up the street and don't think he watching. Oh, bruh. Spotlight's on you, King. Don't fool yourself into thinking nobody can see you or nothing is boom, boom. No, bro. But this thing got to play out the way that it's doing because the travesty that happened in the past. I'm Kev Gills. I'll see y'all later on Coffee and Kush TV. It's time for lunch right here in California. Gonna get out and enjoy some of the sun and get back to work over there today. We got Ryan Garcia caught cheating or whatnot. Devin Haney embarrassed by the whole world. The whole world want to see Devin Haney quit and give up. They made fun of him, Deontay Wilder. All of our fighters get cheated, and the world just shows us. And then they try to make it Jesus Christ versus Allah, and they are backwards, just as backwards. Coffee and Kush TV. I see y'all over there. Hey, Coffee and Kush sports news and TV coming up on Coffee and Kush TV later. And as always,